So, you can't invite your friends to a private match in the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. As a matter of fact, all you could really do is load up a quick online match. Yet, yesterday, people in my comment section were telling me that I was jumping the shark, overreacting, that once this game got released, we'll see, we can play with our friends. And, yeah. Don't want to say I told you so, but the writing was on the wall, and I could see the red flags from a mile away. What's up? It's Dynasty, and people now finally have a chance to actually play the Legacy Collection through the digital launch by changing their time zones to certain time zones. So a lot of people have already showcased essentially everything in the game over the last 4, 5, 6 hours. And that's pretty much how we have confirmation that indeed the online aspect of the Legacy Collection is practically non-existent. Now, thankfully, Stephen Frost, the head at Digital Clips, has finally now came out and confirmed that later today they'll be dropping a FAQ page that'll answer a bunch of our questions about the Legacy Collection, as well as their online rollout plans over the next coming weeks. They've also reiterated that they're going to try their best to give us online rooms, lobbies. Currently, there's no plans for DLC, so if you're still thinking that gold will be DLC one day, well, it's not looking too hot. But nonetheless, that's what I got for y'all today. So, yeah, we're one day removed. I'm glad to finally know that we can't play with each other unless we press quick match at the exact same time and just end up randomly in a game together. So it's kind of unfortunate. Regardless, though, drop a like if you want to support your boy. Hit the hype button. And let me share with you guys all the news from this morning. So Stephen Frost came out and said, we will be sharing additional information along with an FAQ later today that will answer many of the questions people have about Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, as well as our online rollout plans over the next coming weeks. And this message is being essentially copy and pasted on Reddit and YouTube comments, anywhere but my comment section. Essentially the same thing. We'll be releasing an FAQ that answers major questions people might have, including what our online rollout plans are. Lobbies will be coming within a few weeks of launch. We tried something a bit different than what we have done in the past, so it's taking a bit longer to test and get right. That also includes private/public support and invites. So if you look closely on the Mortal Kombat subreddit, certain YouTubers' comment sections, this has essentially been the same response, which is good. However, you all waited one day before launch to finally be quote-unquote transparent. That's crazy. That's insane. Now, in the response to the X post here, when asked about crossplay should be there at launch. It's something we plan to look into deeper, but having crossplay across so many platforms, along with the number of games we support, is no small task. It's a rather large undertaking. Crossplay between PC, PS5, Xbox, Switch for the fans, that's something we will have to look into deeper post-launch, as supporting so many platforms, so many games, is no small task, which is why I've been saying for a minute now, it's insane to think that Atari only had a year to piece this together. A year! A year! They did not learn from Mortal Kombat 1 launching in a horrible state. They continued to do all they could to shoot out a game for the sake of what, guys? I think you know. Please add lobbies. We are. I'll check out the game when it's finally added, because that's my one gripe for now. I want to play lobby sets with my friends, and I can't for the time being. Totally get it. We just needed a bit more time to release that aspect of our online features, since it's a pretty complex component. Again, why was this not being translated sooner to us? Why was nobody telling us this? Why are we just now finding out about this a day before the launch of the digital version of the collection? If you guys would have been saying this weeks ago, months ago, again, they only had a year to piece this together. WB, maybe if you gave them 2, we could have had all this shit in the game at launch. Right here, we have this, well, one of the FAQ questions referred to potential MK Legacy Collection updates for new game inclusions or versions like MK Nitro. And in response to that, Steven says, no plans for DLC right now, just trying to actually make this release as good as possible first, and then maybe take a breath. Which I respect. Okay then. Will any new features besides improvements to online appear in the coming weeks as part of making this release as good as possible? A new lore section will also be coming. Details and frequently asked questions will be in the FAQ being released later today. You notice there? A new lore section? Now, maybe I'm wrong, but from what I've seen from people who've been streaming the game all morning, I don't see the Chronicles of the Realms mode that was actually confirmed during the MK Secrets interview with everyone's favorite content editor from Digital Eclipse. He confirmed this whole new section of lore dubbed Chronicles of the Realms, and I've not seen it. And I'm pretty sure this is the new lore section that Steven's talking about. So again, they couldn't even complete the things they were confirming just a couple weeks, months ago in interviews. But on the bright side, we might be getting a launch trailer tomorrow because right here, when asked about it, technically tomorrow is the launch day. So at least tomorrow we might see a launch trailer. And also, I just figured I'll throw this in here. Will the AI still be cheating, or is there a way to fix that? From a preservationist perspective, we did not want to touch that, at least initially. We added in rewind and save load at any time to help with those situations. So yeah, man. For the most part, that is everything of note that's been said from Digital Eclipse, especially in regards to the online features just being non-existent. The fact that, again, they waited one day before the launch to even acknowledge all these questions and concerns. Do you guys understand why I am the way I am? It's insane to think that we were getting gaslit for days, for weeks, for months about just simple things. We just went through Mortal Kombat 1 a couple years ago, and again, that's why all this shit is so important. That's why I wanted to have all these questions answered, because I did not want another MK1 situation where the game gets here and it's half-cooked, missing a bunch of features that are essentially the standard for games in 2025. Granted, I do understand that Atari, Digital Eclipse, implicit conversions, they all only had like a year to completely piece this together, which is honestly insane. WB should have gave them more time to cook. So the blame's going everywhere here. But ultimately, us, the consumers, should not have to eat shit because other people were being treated like shit. That's just how I'm feeling. And honestly, I still haven't even pre-ordered the digital edition yet. Thankfully, Xbox has been down the last couple of days, so I've not even been able to bring up the storefront, the store page. But what's the incentive now to even have a month and a half early access? You know what I mean? Because the physicals are dropping in December 12th. What would be the incentive to even buy digitally if half of the features that most of us were looking forward to aren't here? Like, again, the ability to play with our friends. If you buy the Legacy Collection right now, all you can really do is just do casual matches online with random people and play the games offline. No different than just downloading an emulator of all these ROMs, other than, again, the occasional quick match. Yes, you have the documentary, but I'm sure by now somebody's already screen recorded the entire thing and posted it online. So what are you really getting if you buy this collection day one digitally? Because again, all of these games you can already emulate and just download the ROMs for free. So yeah, trying to stomach $40 for this a fifth time when I have 4 copies dropping physically in December is going to be really tough when I can't even go live with you guys and play with you all. I literally can't even play with my audience day one. It was bad enough that I had to hypothetically buy it a 5th time, but now that I have to buy it hypothetically a 5th time and I'm gonna get no other features other than, again, the offline stuff, which I don't mean to overlook, but again, all these games have been out and about through emulation for a long time. It's just disappointing. We'll see what they say later today in the FAQ. page. I'm sure I'll have another overview talking about it, but there you go. I just kind of wanted to drop this video, let you all know that if you're still holding out and you were looking forward to playing with your friends, because most of us have friends across the country that we've been wanting to play in these games for a long time, Fightcade is free and it's probably your best option. Drop a like, hit the hype button, subscribe for some more MK. I love you all. Thank you for watching. And I don't mean to be sour and fucking go off every video, but come on, dude. Come on. Like, how do we keep going back? How do we keep just going back? It's insane to think that, again, asking for a private match option online was, to a lot of people, me asking for too much. It's fucking ridiculous, and that's why we have games like Mortal Kombat 1. That's why the industry is in the state that it's in. Love y'all.